Hi friends, welcome to episode 3 of Being Sydney Blu. This episode is in Chicago. It's crazy and fun, just like all my trips, but it was cool because we actually discussed the history of dance music, well, house music. House music actually came from Chicago. I'm not sure if you guys knew that. And also, we hung out with some really cool people. Soundbar, amazing club I played at. The guys that took care of me there, Steve, Hader, and Lawrence. We did some interviews with them talking about the history of the club. We also hung out with my friend Calendar, who I'm writing music with, and also Chris Yoder, and then also my friend RJ. We went and took a beautiful shot of the Chicago skyline on the rooftop of his apartment. So we did a little chat and interview with him as well. So anyways, enjoy Chicago, the Windy City. This is my episode 3 of Being Sydney Blu.
I moved to Chicago from Michigan about 9 years ago, almost 10 years now, and I've been a resident pretty much everywhere in Chicago. I was at Soundbar. My first residency in Chicago was Soundbar, where she's playing tonight. Great club, and I did the main room on Saturday nights for 3 years, and then I moved from there over to Crowbar, and then I was at Crowbar for 2 years, and then I moved over to Spy Bar, which is my residency now, along with Castle and a couple other spots in Chicago. What are you doing right now? So we're heading to our studio, or to my studio, over at the Music Garage, and we're gonna check out a project that Sydney put together that we are looking to collab on. I like grooving out, man. I like the feeling of being in a DJ booth and just sort of just bobbing my head, and it's just, I mean, everyone's just sort of happy. It's just like a set where I don't know how to explain it. It's just sort of a feeling, like the underground music.
For me, like, everything's so segregated now, and I really find that the way it is that you either play a certain sound. It's terrible.
The music that Ultra turns down and the music that Ultra puts out.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a huge influence on, that world as well, and some of the music coming out of there is just, I don't know, it's not my favorite.
Yeah, but everybody says it's drifting away from that now, so yeah. Let's hope that that's the case.
So now we're gonna be the leaders of the new school.
I'm gonna kill myself if it doesn't. I really am. Or else I'm just gonna start playing what I want to play, clearing dance floors.
Right, just clearing.
My real name is Chris Schrader, but my quote-unquote industry name, everybody knows me as Chris Yoder. I know you guys are here in Chicago. Sydney's playing at Soundbar tonight, which is one of the legendary clubs here in Chicago, amongst a couple others. It's a cool environment. It's a big room. The place is huge. It's got 2 floors. There's an upstairs, there's a downstairs, there's a bunch of different rooms, so it's a cool environment. The dance floor is really cool. Being Chicago, it is a late night club. The clubs don't start getting busy till about 12:30, 1 o'clock is when they start really starting to fill up, and then that energy really starts to get going once the headliner goes on around 1:30.
Basically, I'm just giving this to him. We want to make something that's got a techie groove, but I don't know.
You said chunky. Use the word
chunky. Something chunky, yeah.
Drums, groovy,
yeah.
bouncy.
Exactly, in the groove, and then have some really cool, not epic-y, but progressive kind of breakdown thing that I wrote here with this melody, and then we'll take pieces of the melody and we'll throw it in stabs over top of the actual groove, and we'll make this. I don't know if I want to keep this actual bass line, and I definitely want to use different drums, but yeah, it's a start. It's the beginning.
It's always the start is always funny.
Yeah. because it might not end up
everything
sounding
starts-
anything like this at the
Right.
end.
This is the plane, the start from the plane.
The name?
What? The plane?
The way that I see the underground scene here in Chicago, or the way people have appreciation for this music, is just you hear about the stories of bringing like Fetty Legrand or like Sasha or Loco Dice or whoever it is, Dubfire, to these like crazy after hours, and people really actually like get down till like 10 o'clock in the morning. Chicago really does have this like crazy passion for this house music, being that it originated from the city and has a lot of history.
Sydney Blu takes Chicago. Take one.
So the last time I saw you, I played Vision,
Correct.
and it was fun.
Vision, yeah, like was, you know, a clubbing brand for like 12 years, 13
crazy.
years,
It was
something
so
like that.
big.
And you know, so, but you know, like any other club and you know any other thing in the nightlife industry, sometimes you just have to kind of
Yeah.
reinvent yourself to stay current, or just to like, just to be reborn a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
So you're focusing more on your music now and stuff?
Yeah, actually, I just real recently, like as of last week, I left my full-time position at the club as
Wow.
you know, like doing the booking and marketing and promotions and stuff full-time.
It makes such a big difference when you do that. I used to be a waitress in like 2000, 2001, and when I finally quit, my career changed because
Yeah.
I wasn't, doing, these side things, and I was
Yeah.
scared because I was like, oh my god, my full-time or my,
Yeah.
whatever. But once you focus all your energy into it, it really is worth
Yeah.
it. So where do you think like the scene here in Chicago is going? Like I know like the history of it. We were talking about like the warehouse and how like underground house music, came from here, literally.
Sure.
Where do you think it is right now and where it's going? Like,
Well, I mean, as far as where it is right now, I mean, it's only getting bigger and it's only getting better. I look back to, just 10 years ago, and there would maybe be like at most 2 or 3 good events going on at any given night. Now, I mean, there's 10, 12, like, what I mean? There's just there's so much talent coming through this city now. And, with Electric Daisy Carnival going to be here this summer, and, we've got, 3 other festivals here in the summer besides that. From a consumer standpoint, like, clubbers have never had so many options. And so, I mean, it's a good city to live in, and it's a good city to go out and party in. Like, there's so many different avenues that you could get yourself into trouble here.
Yeah.
Like, it's great. A lot of like traditional Chicago artists, right? Like Sneak,
Yeah.
Derek Carter, Frankie Knuckles, et cetera, et cetera. There's
Yeah.
a big long list of really talented Chicago guys that kind of really champion that traditional Chicago sound. They don't play like these massive warehouse gigs
Yeah,
like they do
like
in
Green
London
Velvet.
or whatever. Yeah, like
there's
I mean,
another one.
Yeah,
He's
like I mean,
amazing.
they'll play like some nice like club gigs at like Smart Bar or at Dolphin or at some of these other places, but it's not until they actually get booked to go out of town that you see them playing these big warehouse massives.
Derek
It's
Carter
like,
is huge in Toronto.
Yeah.
Huge. So is Honey Dijon.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Derek Carter's a legend in Toronto, and Sneak moved to Toronto because he loved it so
Yeah.
much. He would sell out shows there.
Phil Carvalho and Joe, take one.
Yes.
Okay, I'll start. Okay. So,
Say hello.
this is my friend Phil, and we've been friends for 15
go, guys.
years. Phil randomly decided to come to Chicago this weekend, and I happened to be there, be here. And he called me up and said, yo, I'm in Chicago this weekend, and it's awesome because this was one of my oldest and dearest and funnest friends. And how do we meet?
I met Joanne in '99 back in Atomic in Ottawa, some good times. Joanne was a fun, sweet girl who had, she was, believe it or not, back then. And she had visions of being a DJ, and here she is now rocking it out. So we're going to check her out tonight at Soundbar.
Okay, be honest. I wanted to be a DJ, and they were like, yeah, right.
When I met Joanne, she couldn't miss a drink. Joanne couldn't mix the drink, let
Here's
alone
the
2
real
records.
story.
But she's come a long way. They actually pay her to do this now, so you're gonna see that later on.
And we've known each other for, 15 years. Moved to Toronto, hung out, did a lot of crazy shit, and
A lot of long nights, a lot of fun gigs.
yeah.
And it's perfect timing tonight. We actually ended up in Chicago together, so it's gonna be a good night.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
All right.
We're gonna turn the cameras off occasionally throughout the course of the night, just so that things are PG rated. We have families and things back home, but we're gonna have fun.
Exactly. Cheers.
Let's go back to basics. No need to complicate it, just feel it. Let me see you get loose, reach for the ceiling. Sound system blaring, so appealing. I know you hear it. So get low, just a little bit more. Don't be afraid. Another late night with you. On the dance floor, getting lost up in the groove. Feel your body understand. Till the early morning, here we are again.
We opened 9 years ago. Originally we started with a lot of headliners. Pretty much everybody big played Soundbar. Chicago did not have many venues where you could go see those types of DJs.
Yeah.
So Soundbar was definitely something new. It was in the middle of downtown. We're setting a lot of the trends now, and it's a different story now.
Back to basics. Get lost in the spotlight, surrounded by the sound, the sound.
Thanks so much to everybody from Chicago for taking such great care of us. We had so much fun. I can't wait to come back. Chicago is officially one of my new favorite cities to have fun in. And thanks to my good friend Phil and Flav for coming out and having fun from Toronto. You know, good old friends are the best things to have, because honestly, when you are somebody who is on the road a lot and in the spotlight, it's really good to reconnect with people you've known for a long time. And I just had such a good time on this trip, and I'm really looking forward to heading back to the Windy City again. And make sure you tune in to the next episode, because we are going to Toronto, which is my hometown, and that's going to be one hell of an episode. So thanks again, and I'll see you guys next time.
So get low, just a little bit more. Don't be afraid. Another late night, 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 another late.